Today is June 30th, 2020, 14:52. I just had my appointment with Selena, my doctor. Told her how the medication made me feel and about the physical stress, how it was affecting my body, and how the cold pills have been helping me function and keeping me from needing the amount of support that I need without them, that I'm not getting. And she told me no. She said, keep taking it. She said, you can't have your Ativan either. No more Ativan. So I've expressed my needs. And I've expressed what was helping me. This is all bullshit. Every time some new stressful piece of shit happens, it shoves me off kilter again. There goes my physical health, back in bed, dying, nursing myself alone while still being expected to perform and do all this bullshit. I got a bill yesterday from, here actually, I'll show you which one of these is it. I got a lot of mail and I have to deal with all this shit alone. And I'm supposed to do it without taking medicine that makes me feel better and lets me function. So yeah, this is a letter from radiology consultants claiming that I need to pay them an amount of $139 for a CT head scan without contrast. That was performed on, April 26th, 2020. The day that I was admitted into the hospital, or rather forced into the hospital, where things were done to me that I asked about, that no one told me, that no one told my family about, that I saved evidence and videos from, and took pictures. There's nothing on my release papers about any of the procedures that they had done. There was no disclosure to me, to my family. They would not let my family even come to the hospital to bring anything to me, even if it was just to drop it off. the doctors in the hospital during my how would you put it? Imprisonment treated me like shit. I still have all of the evidence from all of that. I have the names of the people. I'm not happy about any of this, and I am not happy about the way I'm being treated throughout this entire case. This is bullshit. What I was doing to help myself wasn't hurting anyone else. What happened to me that weekend, no one knows. But I have a hunch. My doctor doesn't believe that hunch. She thinks that can't happen. So I don't know. I guess they did do a CT scan on me. So if that's the case, I feel like I deserve to know the results of that. Given that I had also mentioned having had an infection in my head from the wisdom teeth. And I feel like possibly if that was causing problems related to head pressure, that would have shown up on the CT scan, possibly. But she acted like she had no idea that happened again when I brought it up. Just I don't know who to trust anymore, because I'm thinking about these things and like I don't trust that hospital or any of the hospitals in Nebraska for that matter after what happened to my son, which, by the way, I am still very upset about. And going back through legal documents the other day, I came upon his death certificate and realized that the cause of death stated a different diagnosis than the initial one, which I was aware of after having gone to Chicago and all the things I went through with that. They misdiagnosed him. And they wrote him off from the get-go as just terminal. And he didn't have to be. As hard as I fought, I still feel like I didn't fight hard enough, because I should have. Should have gone straight to St. Jude and gotten a second opinion, and I didn't. Because I trusted these dumbass Nebraska doctors for some stupid ass reason. I don't know. The longer things go on and I have to rely on Nebraska's finest, the less I trust them. And now I feel like my health is at stake because they're negligent. They don't listen to their patients' needs. They don't listen to their patients' requests. Farron wanted to fight for his life, and they said no. This said they don't want to give him false hope. They don't want to give me false hope. They don't want anyone to have false hope. There's no such thing as false hope. There's only hope. You can only hope. You can hope for the best and prepare for the worst. And that's what they should have done. They should have respected his wishes and let him fight and let me fight for him. And I should have fought harder, and it didn't. But I still have the ability to fight for myself, and I think that's what he would have wanted. In fact, I just feel like when he passed away, he gave his life force, whatever he had left, to me, because somehow through that I didn't die as much as I wanted to, as much as I felt like I was going to. I didn't. And in fact, I just kept feeling this strange sense of peace. Even though I was grieving so hard, there was always this strange sense of peace. Like he was somehow there with me, helping me get through. And I started to get so much better in 2018. I was doing so much better until they evicted us. And we were forced to come here. And since we've been here, things have just gotten worse. Because of so many different things. And a lot of it has to do with just having to be back in the family situation that I had been away from for 10 years with my mom and brothers and all of that. It was very emotionally taxing on me growing up. And not only did I have to come back to that after 10 years of trying to move past it and get better, but I also had to bring my family into that and put them through it. And that's why Ivy is where she is now. Because even though I tried my best to keep her from having to go through the same childhood trauma that I went through, she still did. And she gets the bonus pleasure of having to be put in a foster home on top of that, which was my worst childhood fear. So, thanks a lot, everyone involved. Matt's parents, thanks. Thanks for evicting us. Thanks for fucking my life up and all of our lives. Because you didn't approve of a family that was functional and happy. Helped raise a beautiful, kind-hearted young little girl. And took care of a wonderful, amazing boy. And helped him fight through until his end. Thanks. Thanks for taking away our home, which was pretty much all we had left of him after that. Thanks for killing him again, and putting more stress on me, causing me to go crazy. Thanks for putting us here and putting everyone under the abuse of the situations that I grew up with as a child. Thanks for making sure that this whole incident happened. My family has gotten split up. We're not together anymore, and we probably never will. Thanks, Ben, for calling the police when you knew. That's the one thing you should never do. Ever. Thanks. Good job. I love you so much. Ivy appreciates everything you've done. You're a great dad. I trusted you. I trusted you. More than anyone in the whole world. And I loved you unconditionally. I gave you the most intimate and deep parts of myself. And you betrayed me. And you continue to hurt me. And you continue to let your friends harass and hurt me. And you still think that you deserve to be a father to Ivy? Look how you treat me. And you deserve to be Ivy's father? I don't think so, honey. You're too selfish to be a father. You can't be as selfish as you are and have the capacity to care for a child. Raising a child requires a lot of self-sacrifice. It requires a lot of selflessness. And you've shown very much that you don't possess that ability. So, thanks. From me and from Ivy, thank you. And thanks to the doctors who forced me to do things that were bad for me and get me to a place where I several times thought I was physically gonna die and almost did. For putting me in a place where I have no support, no love, nothing, and have to do everything for myself, completely 100%, without even using the medication that makes that possible. Thank you for continuously putting me under more and more stress by sending me stupid court dates and forcing people that wouldn't normally sue me for things like child support to do that. Thank you. Thank you very much for separating our family and pitting us against each other and not just letting us work our shit out alone. I have been promised services and help that I have not gotten. I've been taking care of myself alone. And now being told that I can't do the things for myself that were helping me be independent and emotionally well balanced and that I have to keep taking the medication that makes me feel suicidal and not myself, causing me problems with sleep. Yeah, nobody's doing me any favors. Nobody's doing anyone any favors. So I'm kind of cornered now because I don't know what the fuck to do. No one's gonna help me, and I'm not allowed to help myself. So where the fuck does that leave me? Where am I gonna be? Am I gonna make it to this next fucking court date? July 30th? A fucking month from now? A fucking month from now. Am I gonna make it to that court date? Am I? Tell me that. Do you think I'm gonna physically make it to that goddamn court date? Doing everything that I'm being told to do. Despite the fact that it's fucked my health up really bad. Do you think I'm gonna make it to that court date? Is that what you think? You think I'm gonna be a good parent to my daughter if I'm dead? I don't think so either. This is bullshit. This whole thing is bullshit. I don't really know what you want from me, what anyone wants from me at this point. Because I've given everything I have. I've done everything I was told. I was cooperative. I don't know what else to say. I don't have time for this shit. A month from now, that's the next court hearing. Where they're probably gonna ask me the same questions. And they're probably gonna drag it out even longer. A month from now. Do you know how long it's been? Do you know how long it's been? I was dragged into the hospital by police, brutally, by police, on April 26th. It's June 30th today. And since then, I had my daughter taken away. My only source of emotional support. The person I loved and trusted most left me. Suddenly dumped me, left, ran away. And spent like 2 months completely ghosting me. That was very damaging. Put me in a traumatic situation of being dragged out of my house by police that were not good to me. Being thrown in a hospital, being isolated when I kept screaming out that this is not what I need and this is not good for me. And having to come home to that. And then having to deal with this for the past 2 months. This is not okay. My daughter is growing up without me. She is. Her birthday is in September. Am I gonna get to see that? I'm not gonna get to spend 4th of July with her. You are ruining my life. All of you. And for what? Because I had a mental collapse? Yeah, I had a mental collapse. Of course I had a mental collapse. Do you know what I've been through? And was anyone there for me leading up to that mental collapse? No. And now you know why I had a mental collapse. It happens. People need love. People need support. I wasn't getting that. So, and since the incident, I've gotten even less of that. And it has been physically taxing on my health. So all this shit needs to stop. I am done. My daughter doesn't need this shit. I don't need this shit. I don't need to sit here wondering if I'm even ever gonna see her again because of so many things. My health being the major concern, but also just the length of all this bullshit. I am not a bad person. I have been selfless and kind and compassionate to everyone in my life. I always put myself on the back burner for my friends and for my family and the people I care about. But no one ever fucking does that for me. And I'm tired of just sitting here and getting used up and abused by literally everyone. I don't know what else to say. No more Miss Nice Sunny, I guess. Good job. And thanks.